Hey, how are you doing? It's Colin Sprake here. I'm super excited. And guess what today I'm going to be talking about? I'm going to be talking about urgency. Now, I want you to think about this. My title of this video is really talking about food in the refrigerator. Now, I want you to think about this. So many of you go out, you go networking, you go to different places, you go and get leads, you generate leads, you go out all over the place. Networking you maybe do lead generation through paid advertising or maybe certain networking groups, what have you. Here's the challenge. How many people actually do the follow-up and do it with urgency? Absolutely stuns me. Remember, average person only does one follow-up on a lead and then stops. When actually 80% of all sales are made on the 5th to 12th follow-up. The acronym for follow-up, and you'll all laugh about this, I'm not saying the words online here, the acronym for follow-up is FU. That's what you tell your customers and your prospects when you don't follow up with them. You just tell them FU and you never do what needs to be done. I am super excited for you to be watching this video today. Give us a thumbs up or give us some hearts, even some comments as we go through this video today. But I want you to think about urgency. So let's talk about food in the refrigerator. Every time you get a lead, you go out networking and you get a really good quality lead, and the person asks you to do something, like they say, send me a proposal or send me some details of what needs to be done. The most important thing before you even get to sending them a proposal or sending them the details in an email is what I call the sandwich email. Now, the sandwich email is when you open up an email, the first line of that email should be something personal to connect with them. In other words, something that you learned about them at the network event, maybe something about their children or something about what they're busy with in their own personal lives. Maybe they go on vacation somewhere. Then the body of the email is the details that we're asking for. And the final line of the email is actually another personal connection point. That lets people know that you're actually listening to them. But here's the key thing though. So I'm going to share something with you that absolutely fascinates me is when you get a lead, I call it the food in the refrigerator because so many people get this lead, and the challenging part is the lead comes in, you're super excited, and guess what happens? You leave it and you leave it and you leave it and you leave it and you leave it. And all of a sudden, a week goes by or 2 weeks goes by, and that person can't even remember where they were 2 weeks ago, never mind yesterday or the day before. And then you send them a proposal or what have you. What it actually conveys to them is how, really, honestly, how slack you are at getting things done. Like if you are going to be maybe building them a website or what have you, and it takes you 2 weeks to get them a proposal or 3 weeks, they're going to probably think, well, how long is it going to take you to deliver my website? So I want you to think about this for yourself. So when we talk about food in the refrigerator, the longer you leave it in the refrigerator, the colder and older it gets, and eventually you throw it away. And that's the same thing with any lead generation. The longer you leave the lead, the colder and older it gets, and eventually the person has no connection with you, you've lost all connection, and that lead's gone. So you need to make sure that you get urgency in your life around your lead gen. When you get leads coming in, what are you doing to follow up with them as quickly as you can? I love it when our office, we have leads coming in or where people register for our 2-hour events. And of course, it doesn't happen in the middle of the night, but definitely during the course of the day, as those leads come in, within minutes, sometimes people get phone calls, and our goal is to always be within minutes. The people get phone calls so they're online, they're on their Facebook, they submit an inquiry to register for an event with us, to come to a 2-hour event, and then immediately their phone rings after they register, and they're still online. They're going, my goodness, my phone's already rung. That's the kind of urgency I'm talking about. Because let me share this with you. The average business owner, and I'm going to use the word, absolutely sucks at urgency. You get these leads, you don't get the results you want, and you're like, my business is failing. Why? Because you take so freaking long to follow up on a lead that comes in. When leads come in, you follow up and you follow up and you follow up until they say yes or no. And that means yes or no in writing, yes or no in person. But when you say, no, I sent them many emails and they just never got back to me, you follow up until you get a yes or no. I really mean this. So many people don't understand that this 80% of all sales are made on the 5th to 12th point of contact. In fact, it's around 92% of all sales are made on the 3rd point of contact or more. So therefore, most of you stop at 1 or you stop at 2 and you wonder why you're not getting the results because you don't do enough follow-up. I have many of you watching here giving comments in there today that you're like, oh my goodness, Colin, I wish I would follow up. Let me share something else with you around follow-up. So I'm going to share this, and maybe hopefully my client's not watching because I get myself in big trouble here today. I sent a client 15 good leads, like super hot leads, 2 weeks ago. I saw the emails coming in today on some of those leads. Some of them he followed up with pretty quickly, but some he was only following up with today. And I wrote him a text and I said, what happened? I gave you super hot leads. I'm stunned. And the person's like, well, I've been busy. Other things got in the way. I'm like, those were super hot leads that I asked you to follow up on. I even did introduction emails of when I said to people after an event that I did, I said to those people at the event, I will follow up with, do some introductions for you. I did those on a plane flying out to Toronto in the middle of the night. And then 2 weeks later, the person I did the email intros to, so I did a 3-way email, myself introducing the 2 people. 2 weeks later, they're now doing that follow-up. People, please get this. Urgency is absolutely vital to growing your business. Following up on leads, getting people organized. I'm going to go back to the food in the refrigerator. The longer you leave the food in the refrigerator, the colder and older it gets. And that's what happens to your leads in your business. The colder and older they get, when people can't remember following up. So please, take the urgency to follow up with people. When people refer you and refer your services, I even had it this week. I saw someone on Monday, yesterday. I did a connection point with them over the weekend saying, I promise you I'll connect you with certain people, because I said I'll do it on a Friday afternoon. I was on a call. I said, over the weekend, I will do the introductions for you. I saw a person on Monday and I said to him, why haven't you connected to that person I asked you to connect with? Because that's a high-level person. And if I do a connection for you to that high-level person, if you don't get back to them urgently, they will just absolutely ignore you when you get back to them. Yet they want the connection. So people, please, I might be very direct about this today. Get really clear. When people do introductions for you, you get back to those people as soon as you can. And within 24 hours, is a long time. You should get back to them as soon as you can to even say thank you for the email, thank you for the connection point, whatever it might be. So the key thing for me is, what are you doing to really create urgency around lead follow-up in terms of what you're doing? Not the lead generation, actual follow-up on the leads you receive. Like when you go networking, if you go networking for 2 hours, 2 hours after that networking meeting, you should be doing follow-up, not going out and running around chasing people and doing more stuff and more stuff. No, my average person I know has business cards sitting on their table, either at their home office, business, wherever it might be, and there's some cards there that they can't even remember where they got the cards. And I'm like, why do you go out, generate leads, and then not do the follow-up? That to me is absolute craziness. So please, if you get this from us today, urgency is the most important part. When some people do introductions for you, I want to give you one key piece to understand here too. When people do introductions for you, they watch how you behave around them. And if you behave poorly, in other words, I introduce a lot of people to different companies. When those companies take ages to get back, eventually I stop referring them, because I go, my reputation is now at stake, because I am referring those people, but they are not getting back to those people quickly. I refer a lot of companies. Some of you are watching today are actually clients of Make Your Mark, and I refer you. Please be one thing. If I refer you, make sure you get back to people really quickly. I am adamant about that. The quicker you get back to people, the quicker you get the business, the quicker you grow your company, the quicker you make more money, the quicker you become more profitable, and the quicker you change your lifestyle. And the one thing I see with so many business owners, you don't get urgency. But Colin, I had to check my database, I had to update my accounting, I had to update. You can do all that stuff you want to do, but you can do it as much as you want when you have no customers, because you'll be broke. The biggest thing is, get your stuff done that makes you the money, which is the urgency in your sales, urgency in your follow-up, to make sure that you're closing the deals and giving your prospect or customer exactly what they want. In fact, going above and beyond and completely wowing them. So please, take the message from today's video about creating urgency. I trust that you got lots of value from this video. If you've got leads sitting on your table right now and you haven't followed up on them, or you're like, I'll get back to them next week or whatever, I'm going to go away for a few days. When you're flying, you follow up with them. I promise you, average person is terrible at this. You can have 10 competitors sitting next to you at a table. All you have to do is be better at urgency, and you'll blow them all out the water. In fact, what urgency does is also called customer service. Some people say to me, oh, Colin, I get back to all my clients within 48 hours. That's a necessity. That's not exceptional. Exceptional is when you do what they ask you to do and you go above and beyond to absolutely wow them. I have a Q&A session here in the hotel this evening with a number of people here in Toronto, so I need to head downstairs and go and do that. But I trust this has helped you to create the urgency that you're looking for to get your business to that next level, to make more profit so that you get what you're looking for in every single way and form. I wish you a great evening, everybody. Thank you for watching. Thank you for sharing as well. Please go ahead and share this as well. I also do have a number of boardroom events for high-level business owners, a complimentary 2-hour Q&A session with me happening in Vancouver, Calgary, and Toronto. If you want to actually have a seat at one of those events with me, please just put a comment down below and tag me in that comment and say, Colin, I'd love to come to one of your boardroom events and bring a guest if you're a student of ours, or if you're not a student of ours, I'd love to help serve and take your business to the next level. It is a detailed, deep dive, 2-hour session, either Vancouver, Calgary, or Toronto. And we do these deep dives to help you grow your business, answer your questions. And that's what I'll be doing tonight here in the hotel to help our students here in Toronto. And I want to help all business owners just get to that next level. Make sure you comment down below that you want one of those seats. It's 10 seats per city, and they're complimentary. There's a qualification process to come in, and we'll help you with that as well. Our team will phone you, qualify to make sure that you qualified to be in that room with us. There's a very set kind of clientele we're looking for to be in those Q&As with us. But the big thing for me is create urgency. Get some urgency going in your life today. I mean, any one of you that puts a comment in, I will follow up with, guaranteed within the next 24 hours, because I want to show you what follow-up is all about to get you to that next level. Be awesome, be brilliant, see you at the top, and thank you for watching. Bye.